Hi guys, welcome to Code Artisan Lab. This is video number 29 for hotel management system in Django with Next.Js. In this video, we will work on the payment system for the hotel booking, right? In the previous video, we have seen that if a user book the room, then how he can delete the invoice, right? Now in this video, we will see that after, how he can proceed with the booking with the payment gateway, right? So in this video, we will implement the PayPal, right? So let's see how we can do that. Along with this, we will also fix some issues like after login, it's redirecting on the null page, or you can say the black screen, right? We will redirect to checkout page with the invoice ID instead of reset booking, right? And data from invoice according to the past invoice ID, right? This will I have created these steps that we will do. Then we will implement the PayPal library, capture the payment, update the invoice status, and show the payment success failure according to the payment response. So these things that we are going to do in this video. Okay, so let's see that. So we will implement all these things. So let's start to do that. Okay, so first let's solve the issue for the login. So after the login, let me show you the issue. Then you will understand, right? This one. So after we submit this, you can see here it is going to null. It means ID is not passing properly or username is not passing properly. Okay, so let's fix it and then we will move further. So we will understand that why this is not going to user dashboard. So let's go to user login page, right? So here we have a user login, so we'll go to user login. So where is user login? We'll see this is our app, this is our user, and this is our login, right? So this is our login component. So after submitting this, we are going to fetch, we are posting this data for the login. If and Here you can see this is response data. So let's check the response, what we are getting. Okay, then according to that, we will do the things, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, submit. All right, so here it is saying, okay, we are, I think, reloading the page. We are reloading this page, right? So let's first of all we will say return false. Okay, so it will prevent to reload because here we are reloading this page, right? So I will also change this to when it will it should be router dot push, so it can go to without reloading this, and it will call the router, right? So let's check now. So I will again log out, right? And I will again check this, right? So submit. Okay, so here you can see we have a error null token and user ID. So we need to pass this user ID, right? Let's see that how this is dashboard. Actually, we are setting this user. We need to just pass the user ID, not it is sending the redirection URL actually. All right. So we are saying if redirection URL is null, not null, then we are redirecting this. So where is redirection URL? Parameter get redirect. Okay. So let's also let me just need to false this, and let's just keep this one so we can debug where is the issue. So first of all, what I will do, I will redirect this. I will console this redirect URL, and I will see what it is giving us. Okay, so we'll say return false, right? So what it is doing, login. Oh, sorry. So we need to do something because if I say return false, then it will not render the things. So what I will do here, Let's just console this. No need to return false. Let's just console. So it is saying null, right? So if I match this with null, or we can say if not null, right? And if I say here, right? So now let's try to check it, because previously we were matching with the empty string, right? So it should be null. Let's see now. Submit. So here you can see now it's going to use a dashboard now, right? And as you know, in the login video, I told you that before the login, we are saving this to local storage so that we can check in every page that it is user is logged in or not, right? Okay. So we fix this issue, right? And it will be better if we at this point we can just push to the router, right? So let's push that. Okay. So what we will do here, first of all, we need the router, right? And then we can push. Okay. So what we will do, import router, right? So we'll say use router, right? And for this use router, we will create a constant router equal to use router, right? And for this router, we will no need for this. We will just say router dot push. What was the URL? User dashboard, right? So let's log out. Okay. Next router was not mounted. This is use router we are using here. So what is the issue? Use router. Okay, this is fine. Let's check it. Okay, so we just need to implement this use router from the next navigation, not from the next router, because this hook is now added in the next navigation, and in this Next.js 15, so it is updated, so we need to use that. Okay, so after importing this, the other things are same. Okay, and one more thing that we will face issue. Let me show you first this one working, right? So after we submit this, so you can see here the user dashboard. Now this should be show as a logout, because this now it is not showing because the header is not reloaded or mounted again, right? So what we need to do, we will use the context API for state management, or right, or we can use the Redux, right, in this project. So for the starting, I will use the React context API, right? So I will show you when we change something anywhere in the component, then we will make a center place for the state management, and from there we can manage all the states, right? I will show you. It will be more understandable when we do the things, right? If you are not understanding the theory, no problem, we will do the things and I will explain you better. And if you have any query, then please ask in the comment section, right? And if you are understanding all the things, then please hit a like button, and I will give you a heart. Okay. All right. So let's continue. So for now, when we reload the page, you can see here logout, maybe so that I added the reload. Okay. But reload is not a best practice when we are doing Next.js. It will be good if we are utilizing properly the Next.js, right? So we solve two things. This one, redirection, right, along with the router push. Now let's check this one, and if not implemented, then we will implement, and if implemented, then we will move to next step. Okay. All right. So for this point, we will check the booking. So first of all, I will sign up. Sorry, sign up, not sign up. I will log in. right? And I will go here, use the dashboard and go to home page, and we'll just say room types, right? And we'll go to deluxe rooms, right? Right now I've just added one photo, and this error is each child has a prop key. So room type image, we have to add the key and check the render method of this for the okay. I will check this render method. All right, so when you run the npm run development mode, then it will show, right? So we'll also handle this one, these errors. So we will try to customize those. Okay. All right. So let's book the room. So I have added here room, number of guests two, day I will say 8, checkout date I will say 15. So it should be auto calculated. Yes, it is calculating. I will say uh, I need I need clean rooms, right? So I will submit here, right? So it's going to check out, but should be it should be with the checkout ID, right? Should be redirect with the checkout ID. I think it's currently fetching the latest one, right? So it's a not a good idea. It's a not a good practice. We need to fetch the data according to the checkout latest ID. Okay, so let's check it. Maybe we are doing or not. Let's check we're doing or not. So we need to go checkout page. So we'll go to users. Where is checkout? Here is a checkout. We'll go to page. We have a component. We'll go to component. Okay, so we are fetching the recent booking, but this is not a good idea. We need to fetch the current booking, right? We need to fetch according to the current book ID, right? So let's fetch that, and content should be same. Content will be same, but our process is different, right? Our making things are different, right? So let's fetch that. Okay, so as you can see here, we have a booking. We have a booking for today's date, and here we have all the data and status is by default pending, and this is our booking ID, right? But what I want to do, booking ID should not be like this. We can use this our internal functionality. So I will create a unique ID like UUID. So I will create a column, right? And we will generate a UUID default, and we will use that ID. Okay, and from that ID we will fetch the data. Okay, so let's do that. First of all, in the backend, we will create a where is our booking? Here is our booking. So we'll create a UUID, right? So we will say booking ID, okay, and models dot UU field, right? So this is fine. So it will be default, right? UUID dot UUID 4, right? So we will implement this. So editable false, unique true, correct? So we have this one. I think we should copy this one, right? I will copy this one and here we will put, right? So now let's run the migration. Okay. This is our here. Okay. Long name. All right. So py, this is window. So I will run the command according to window. Py manage.py make migrations. So it is saying continue the first step at right manual quit. What it is say? Unique field will not generate unique values upon migration. All right. So what I will do here, I will just remove the data. I will remove this data, both data, right? What it is saying? on room invoice. Okay, so it is creating the invoice instantly. All right, so let's see the invoice. Oh wow, it is creating invoice. Okay, so we can do one thing. We can get the invoice from here, right? And we can use that. No need to create another column in the booking booking model. We can use this invoice because as soon as booking is done, then we are creating the invoice, so we can do that. Okay, so let's fetch the booking data, checkout data according to the invoice ID. All right, so let's see. Okay, so as soon as we do the bookings, it is going to checkout page. So here you can see that this handle form, when we uh, when form submit, this action is handle form, right? And it is going to, in the success, it is going to checkout it is going to checkout page, and in the checkout page here we are fetching the data from the recent booking, right? But we need to fetch this data according to the invoice ID, right? So what we will do here, first of all, this checkout should be like this invoice ID. Okay, so let's see that did we create the invoice ID or okay, so this is checkout page and this is payment. Okay, so what we need to do here now, we'll create the invoice ID, or we can say here after the booking we should have a response data, right? So let's see the data, or we can say just console. So we can see the data what it is returning, or we can see from the backend also, right? Let me close this. Okay, so it is not fetching. Let's open the folder. We should have backend, all right, and it is not fetching here. Let's again check it. All right, so we no need to provide this one. Okay, so bookings, and this is booking create view, and we are returning. This is our booking serializer, right? And we are returning room number in the representation, right? This is our serializer, and this is our view. Let's see what it will show in the console, correct? So 101, 11, uh, sorry, let's say detail test, right? Submit. Okay, so it is redirecting. First of all, we need to remove this one, okay, and console the data. So we need to create the checkout booking again. So let's do it fast little bit. All right, so 11, 12, let's say test, okay, and then we can submit. So here you can see we have all kind of data. So invoice, room, whatever we have in the serializer, it is showing here, right? So invoice, rooms, here we are returning these fields, right? So invoice, okay, so from the invoice we will get the data, right? So let's see here. So from the response data, right, let's use the latest codes syntax. So we can use within the string response data dot what it is saying object, and we'll say invoice dot uuid, correct? So one more time we have to book it, or I think we are not redirecting, so we can book it again. So submit. So this is again going to invoice ID, All right, so let's do it again now. So wherever, okay, now it should be working now, right? So let's book it again. Well, let's say test, okay, and submit. So here you can see this is going to checkout page, right? So from the checkout page, for this URL, we have to create a separate component, right? We have to create a separate component. So like we did in the login, here you can see we are pushing from the router. So let's push it so that page should not redirect. Okay. So let's do this here. Okay. And we need to fetch this router from the React navigation. Okay. So booking form. So let's fetch it from the React navigation. Use router. So what we will do here, create constant router, right? And we'll say use router. Okay. So here you can see this is use router and this is use router. Okay. And then from the router, we can push this to checkout. All right. So router dot push, this should be on the checkout page. Okay. Something is wrong. Okay, here. Okay. All right. So when we do the booking, it should redirect to the checkout page, and checkout page will show us the checkout ID, right? So let's start to do this. So it's a room number select, and let's say guest two, select the check-in date, select the checkout date, and then detail should be just test. Okay. And then if I do submit, then it will it is showing us it is redirecting, or you can say it is pushing to this URL checkout, and this URL has all of the data related to the booking, right? So if I refresh this page, okay, and if I go to this page, then you can see in the response, sorry, one second, when we are coming to this page, right? So from this URL, from this ID, we can fetch all the data, right? So as because we are saving this in our invoice table, right? Here we are not fetching anything because we are pushing to this page, and this page is you can say the dynamic, very dynamic URL, right? A dynamic part of the URL. Okay, and with this invoice ID, we will fetch all the invoice data, and then we can apply the PayPal library. So actually, we are going to apply the PayPal library now. Okay, so we will use the React PayPal JS. Okay, so let's use that. Okay, so let's open this page, right? So if I go to here, okay, and then I will go to this checkout page, right? This is the checkout page, yes. And here we should have a ID. One second. We have this checkout, okay. So we'll go to the pages, source, app, okay, and then we have a checkout, and this is our UUID, and this is the page. So we are showing it this, okay. So with this, we will implement the we will show the uh, we will fetch all the data related to the checkout, and from the invoice, and then we will implement the library. Okay, so I will open the php, sorry, pg admin. It will take just few seconds. I hope this font is clear to you. Little bit I will increase the size. And here we have, okay. One second. Yeah, so we have server, we have Django HMS, we have tables. So if I go to bookings, you can see here bookings, right? And if I go to invoice, rooms invoice, so here we have invoice. Okay, so let's do this descending. So this is our checkout ID. Okay, so this is the same, you can see here 3797. Okay, so this is the thing. So we have all the data related to this, the invoice number, the booking ID, and booking ID has all the things, pricing, what is the booking amount and all. Okay, so with this amount and with this detail, we can user can pay the booking. Okay, so let's implement the uh, PayPal library and show the PayPal button. Okay. Okay, so we can use this here. You can see in the dashboard, user dashboard, we are already fetching the invoice detail data. So we can use the same for checkout detail, right? Here in this page. Okay, so we can fetch this and we can use this for our payment. Okay, so let's use that. We will see this is booking history, this is invoice. So user invoice. Okay, so we'll go here. This is our source app user and this is invoice page. Okay, so this is we are getting the data invoice detail. Okay, so we can use this here. Okay, and this will get the data. All right, so we'll use this. This is already we have. This is the UUID which we are getting from the we are getting from the what we can say default async function. Okay, so we are getting this from already our parameter. Okay, so let's see this that what it is giving us. All right, okay, so this is console and we'll refresh this page. All right, and here you can see this is the data, but this is running in loop, and I'm sure you know this that why this is running in loop. Okay, so if I remove this, then I will go to user state, not user state, actually I will do this use effect. Okay, sorry, what is that? One second. Okay, so as you can see that this is going to infinite loop, right? So I'm going to close this tab and I will explain you that why this is in infinite loop, right? So first of all, here you can see that we are fetching the data directly in the component, right? So uh, this is the main reason that it is calling the function every time in seconds. Okay, so because it's not waiting to fully loaded the component, it's just running the things, so that this we should use the use effect. Okay, so let's use the use effect, right? So when I see this function, you can see here it is working like this, and then here you can see this is our this hint is coming because of the copilot, right? So I will say this and I will pass the dependency 0. Okay. I mean, nothing is no dependencies. Right. So now if I run this, okay, then if I go here, then you can see that the data is, see this, where is that? Okay. First of all, we need to see one more thing that we need to use this one. Oh, this is already using that casino store. So I will use this hard refresh. All right, and this is the thing. Okay, so console, in the console we have data. Where is that? In the network tab. Okay, so this is the data, right? So we are fetching all of the data here. Now we need to show here in the as a table, and then we will apply the React JS paper library. Okay, so we'll open this React JS paper, right? And here this one. Okay, so before applying this, I will request you to create the testing credentials on the PayPal sandbox, right? So that you can use your own PayPal account for testing purpose. PayPal give us the testing credentials so we can test it. Okay, so here you can go and create your account, PayPal testing account. So it will give you the business as well as the personal account, so you can test the things, okay, before the production, right? So now let's fetch the data, okay, with our header and footer. All right, so we will fetch the table, okay, and then we will show the PayPal button so we can capture the payment. All right, okay, so what we will do first before showing the data, here we will create constant invoice detail, set invoice detail. Okay, and we will directly use user state, and we will say it's invoice detail. We should not same this. We will say invoice data. All right, invoice data, set invoice data. Okay, so what we will do now, this is by default null, and set invoice data we can see here. Okay, here. All right, so and after that we will print here the data. Okay, so let's see what kind of things it's giving, then we will show all those data. Right, so here we have response, booking. Okay, it's giving us the room detail, total guest, check-in date, checkout date, booking detail, everything, status pending, invoice number. So let's show that. All right, so I think the checkout page before it was showing the data. Okay, so we can use that, or we have been deleted that, not sure. Let's create the new one. All right, sorry. This one's the payment, the page, and we have a section here, payment section, payment success. We will go to any page, like room types, slug page. This is the section, container and everything. Okay, where is the home page? We need to check that. Invoice slug, the dashboard page. We have dashboard sidebar. We need one second. We need, if I go to about us, then we have a about us page. If I go to source, I'm just also recalling the things. So where is the about us page? This is the about page. Okay, so this is our page, and we are calling section container about us. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's do page. This is the page, and we'll say this one. Actually, we have already, one second. Okay, what is it saying? header. Check out this one, 505 internal error. Let's see that what internal error is. Oh, this is fine because we already solved that. And here it's nothing. Okay, I think maybe the loop was infinite before. Now we'll check it. It is working as a. So what is the issue here? React.use params, set invoice detail, use effect. We are using use effect, use client. This is page checkout. Okay, and we are saying about us in the checkout page. Let's say UUID. Mm-hmm. But at the first time, this is not saying anything. This is saying get data or synchronize function. Okay, let's if I do this one, let's do one thing. In the use effect, set this. Let's fetch this data. No need to return this data. Actually, let's set this data. Right? Let's set this data. All right. So if I see now, no, what is this? Let's go in the detail. Client component. Okay. Okay, so we are using the use state. Okay, async function. No need for return data, and we should get data now. Okay, UUID. Now let's see this now. It should work. Let's see. Now use effect we are using and fail to complete. Await is not allowed in the non async function. What is the issue? Oh, here. No need. All right, so everything is perfect now. We have that. Okay, this is the page. All right, and this is the API. Okay. Okay, so sorry, guys, but this is also important if you are debugging things, doing things, right? So this is kind of experience. Okay. So now we need to show in the table. So we will show the data as a table, and then we will apply the paper library. Okay. All right, so now we can show the data in the table. So here we can say table, right? Or we can do one thing. Let's create a component in the source app checkout, not checkout, source component checkout, not plain text. I will say all files. We already have checkout.js file. Okay, so let's explore that. What is that? And then we will use that. Okay, checkout. So we have already. Okay, so let's check out and check out. What is the function name? Checkout. And then here we are fetching the data. Okay, booking data. So we need booking data actually. So booking data. Uh, okay, so we have already applied the payment script and library. Sorry, don't copy this. I will remove this for now. Okay. We have already applied here. Hmm. We are already applied the checkout, but this is for recent booking of the user ID. It is fetching the recent booking, the user, the current user. But now we are fetching according to the invoice ID, right? So what we need just this part, we can say. Okay. So if I copy this one, so if I not paste it and sorry, if I do this here, okay, so table, and this is our div, and with the booking data, we can say invoice data, right? So fh this invoice data. Okay. So what it will say, can't access property total guest invoice data is null. Okay. So by default it is null, right? So either initially you have to fix some values, or you can do one thing. You can do the question mark. So it will, if data exists, then it will show the data. Okay. So what we have now, let's see. Link is not defined. So we'll check here that where is the link? Here is the link. Okay. It is automatically PayPal script is not defined. So what we will do, we will remove this for now. All right. If you guys remember that what we have done previously, then please add in the comment section. Okay. Because we did something for here, but the thing is, we are using the, I think, not wrong scenario, but we were using the different scenarios, right? So that here we are doing this, because now I think it's good, right? So here we have total guests, total rooms, one government approved ID required with check-in, check-out. Okay. So we don't have things. So we'll go here, and we have a API data response, and we'll see that what it is returning. Invoice data, maybe data dot, no. What we can do here, we can do one thing. Invoice data dot stringy JSON dot stringify. 1 second, we can do one thing. JSON dot stringify invoice data. So we'll see here. So we have uh, what we have, total guest. We have total guest, but this is in the mm, okay. So this is in the booking, I think. Okay, yeah. So here, so this is in the booking dot, so total rooms. Huh? It's not showing. Why? Total guest invoice detail booking. It should show. Okay, so check-in date. Okay, so check-in date is also exists in the booking. Check-in date, checkout date, total amount, right? So total rooms will say here. Room number one, room number one. Okay, so we can see room number, and 1 second. Uh, this is because it is expecting the single thing, but we are saying the room number. So room number is object. Okay, so this is the room number. We have to return the total rooms, that how many rooms user booked. But currently we are using the single room, so I think it will be one always, right? Total guest, check-in date. So check-in date will be here, then checkout date, then total amount, formatting, total guest, booking amount. Okay, so this is the booking amount. So everything is here, all right. And terms and condition page, we created, no create, we didn't create it. We will create that. Okay. So this is the checkout page. Now we will apply the library. Okay. All right. So we already installed this library. So what we need to do, we need to do this thing. Okay. So we will import this PayPal script provider. So we'll go to this page, right? And here, this thing. Okay. And then we need this one. So we will do this here. After T body, I think. Mm, let's say T foot, all right. And then, sorry, and then we have a TR and a TD. So we have two TDs. So call span two. This is fine. And then we can paste here. Okay. We need to paste the client ID, which I will paste, right? So I think it should be here. I will fetch it and paste it. Where is that? Okay, here I will paste. Not sure this is, I mean, this is old or what, but let's see. Okay, so this is working. So here you can see, it's showing the paper library. All right. So if I go here, I will, uh, sh I will show you the step from start, show you the checkout from start, right? So this is the deluxe rooms. All right. And this error, we will solve it down the road. And total guest, we can say 3. Okay, so 22 to 25, and this is calculating according to the days. Let's say uh premium, not premium, uh we need clean rooms, right? Then submit. So here you can see, right? We are not showing the text here. I think we are not showing the detail here. We need to show the detail also. So copy this one, paste here. Okay, and then we can say details, or we can say not, detail is fine. Okay, and here we can say uh let's see, network. So detail is here, and the API and the response here, booking detail. Okay, so booking detail. All right, so here we have a booking detail. We need clean rooms, right? So little bit we can add class. I mean, this is not very it should not be very highlighted. So I'm not sure, but I'm going to add the class muted. Okay. Uh, or okay, fine. We can add it. No problem. We just need to add ed here also. I will not give it. This is fine. Okay. So details, we need clean rooms. Detail. Let's keep it th. I think heading should be the same standard, right? So checkout. Okay. So here we can use the PayPal now, right? So this is showing the PayPal button. When we click on it, it should be we need to record the order first, right? Here you need to apply the options: client ID, currency, intent, capture, right? And then we have you can also apply the currency change, right? We have some create order. We need to apply the methods. When we click on the button, then it will create order. And after order approve, I mean the payment when done, when the payment done, then we will save the data in our database that this booking has been done. So we will do these things now, right? According to that, we will show the success and failure messages, right? This document is also as a storybook. You can check it on the PayPal official, right? So they have explained very well, uh, obviously, because it's a very, not very, it's a number one, you can say, the payment gateway, right? So here they created create order on approve, what should be, what should happen on create order, then what should happen. This is our server URL, you can say the API URL, right? Okay, so let's apply this and then we will see that how we can record in our system successfully. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, so let's follow the official documentation, right? So we already import this functionality in our page. Here you can see that, right? You can also make a component, and in that component you can use that, but I'm doing in this page. Okay, so first of all we will apply the create order. Okay, so we'll create a function for the apply for creating order. We'll use our API URL, right? And we will post the data for the card SKU quantity, right? Here it will be it will be a booking ID or the invoice number. So it will return the order ID, right? So let's create replace this URL with your server. Okay, let's create the order actually. Okay, so I think uh, on create order, okay, so it is returning the order ID. So we already did this step. Okay, we already did this step. We need to apply this capture payment. Okay, on approve, when this approve, we need to hit this URL. So on approve, it will hit we will create a function, it will hit that, and we will save as a success. Okay, we will change the uh, uh, or you can say we can hit the invoice API with the put method that status has been changed. Okay, because we are just changing the status of that invoice. It is default pending, and after paid we will status change paid, and we will it will return the uh, here we will change, and here we have order data, and I'm sure it contains the payment gateway transaction ID, so we will save that also. Okay, so mainly this one. Okay, so this will return on create order. We'll create this function, but this is returning this order ID, right? So your code here after create the order, right? So fetch URL, this is our URL. Okay, and we are returning this one. Okay, so let's do that. We will create these two things. Okay, so apply this here. So let's make it a vertically. Okay, so here style, and then here we will apply this. Okay, create order on approve. So let's create these functions. Function create order. All right, and then we'll create a function on approve, right? And here we have what is passing. Let's see. So this create order actually. return invoice data dot booking dot booking, you can say ID, right? On approve, what we will do, on approve, we will console the data actually, right? We'll just console the data. Okay, so here on approve, it is saying these things we need to apply. We need to hit the, uh, I mean, we need to hit the API, right? We will just console the data that what it will return from the paper. Okay, so let's do that. Everything is fine. Disabled false show spinner. We don't need this. Okay, so let's now test it. Actually, do we have any failure or something? Currency USD components button. Show spinner. Will no need this. Check out. Okay, so PayPal. All right, and let's see what it is saying now. Expected an order ID to be passed. All right. So let's see what we have order ID in our API. Actually, this should be a booking ID, right? So response, it is just ID, not ID. Yeah, this is just a, or we can say invoice should be the good thing. Invoice 1111. Sorry, invoice 11. So we'll say invoice and we'll say invoice number. Okay. So I think this would be nice, or we can also fetch this one. What we have for the booking, we have this is which one we are using for, okay. So this one is okay. Now this is fine. All right. So we have this, and when we click on it, what it is say now? Expected an order ID to be passed. Okay. So why this is saying order ID to be passed? We are posting the data, then here we have JSON. This is posting just, and this is order ID. So we are returning this. Create order. So what is the issue? No need. All right. Let's say, is this giving us any alert or not? Here we will see. Let's see. Click. Nothing happened. Expected an order ID to be passed. We have this create order. Let's see one more time. Uh, Create order, fetch post. This is just for post, and this is the data that we are posting. This is our server, and this server, our server will return this one. Okay. On approve, on approve, we will on approve. Okay. So on approve console data. Okay. So what we are posting, if we are network tab, it's doing nothing actually. So when we clicking on it, let's go here, button wrapper, create order, your order ID. This is the card, but this is sending on. This is our server which one sending. We are sending. This is on approve data. PayPal buttons, create order on approve, and the function is same. The function is same. Return invoice ID, invoice UUID. If I say ID, just ID, then let's see. Okay, this is expecting, I think, the integer. Okay, let's see this. Maybe it's just a cache issue. Okay, click here. Yeah, this is expecting an integer. Invoice ID. Okay, no issues. But mainly we need to see that what where we need to update the status in the invoice or in the booking. I think it should be in the invoice. No, let's see. Mm, this is my PHP my admin. Sorry, PG admin. PG admin. Start PG admin. So server. Okay. So bookings, rooms booking. We have descending order. So we have status pending. Booking status is pending. And what about the invoice? Payment status is also pending. Okay, so first of all, payment status will done, then booking status will done. Okay, so invoice ID, this is the invoice ID, and when we click on it, let me refresh this page. Uh, Invoice ID, click here again. Why this is? What is it now? Mm, 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 mm. I think that alert was stopping that. No, it is saying un uncaught error. Let me fix it because if it's take too time, then I don't want to make this video too long. It's already been, but I don't want to stretch this more. Okay, so here is a little bit change. Actually, when we are applying the create order, then we have to register that order on the PayPal, right? So this create order action here we have you can see here we have created. Then we have to actions dot order create. Okay, then it will send the data to the PayPal with the payment amount and the description, right? I'm not sure how this is working because I was trying to follow this storybook of the PayPal GitHub, but this is saying that it should be on it should be on our server. But I tried that, and you have seen that this is not working. So here you can see when we click here in the PayPal, right? Then just let me load it. Okay, so here you can see this is 1,000 today, and this is in dollar. We are loading, right? And after the pay, it should show the it should show the data, right? So let's try to pay the amount. I'm not sure the 1,000 balance. Okay, let's see. So pay, I will see. So here you can see. So this is returning the payment object. Okay, so on approve, this is the order ID, pair ID, payment ID, payment source. Okay, so we can use this. We will save this in our system. Okay, and we will make the invoice correct. Okay, so pair ID, we will save this payment ID actually. Okay, and make the invoice status and booking status done, right? So let's do that. Okay, so we need to update. First of all, we will update the invoice, right? We have the invoice number, so we need to update the invoice. So what we will do here? In the approve, we will run the function. We will say update invoice. Okay, and we have an invoice ID, right? So we will say update invoice. We can say as paid, right? And we have the invoice ID, so we'll say invoice dot uuid, or we can say uuid is perfect. Okay, so here we have invoice number, invoice uuid. Okay, correct. On approve, then we will also update booking as done. Okay, so update booking as done, so we will say booking dot uuid. Okay, and here we will just if data, right? And let me show, where is that? Net, sorry, network. Somewhere is that? Invoice button, PayPal, order, not order. It is something was success actually. Not sure. Client ID, dimensions, order ID. What was that? Uh, we need to do that again. Let me just console. We have some, we should have console. I think it's refreshed. All right, no issues. We can do one thing. We can pay the amount now. If data dot, actually we need to create these functions, right? Let's create these functions. First of all, let's console this. So console dot log data. Okay, and then PayPal. Okay, so pay balance, object. So this is our order ID. This is payment ID. Okay, so we can see here, or we have payment status, right? We have room booking. Okay, we should also have where we can save the payment response, right? So in future, if we need, then we can refer that, right? So I think we should also create the one more field in the invoice, right? So we can say payment response equal to models dot, not boolean field, model dot json field, and null equal to true by default, right? And in here we'll say, let's maximize it. Okay, so py manage dot py make migrations. Okay, and then migrate, and then we can run the sub. Okay, and after that we can save this, right? So we should save this as data, right? And for this this is fine, because invoice is important, invoice ID is important, right? We have already in invoice we have already a booking ID, so we can track that. Okay, or we can send a signal also. If payment status has been changed, then we can send a signal, but this is also fine. So we need to create these functions now. Okay, so let's create these functions and run our task. Also we will redirect to, what we can say, redirect to success page. I think when we go to the success page, then we should update this, or we can update this and then we will go to the success page. That's fine also. All right, so let's do that. Okay. Okay, so I was updating the status in the booking and invoice, but then I realized that we have already a table for the rooms payment, right? And here we need to save here we can save transaction ID, response data, payment date, and booking ID. So with this booking ID, whenever insert the data in this table, then we can update the rooms and booking status with the signal, right? So I think that's a good way. So we can insert the data here, and with the signal we will update the both tables, right? So let's do that, right? So here we will save the data. Okay. So rather than this, we will just what we will do here, we will say insert payment data, right? And this on approve actually, we will say invoice data dot booking dot UUID, right? So this will be our UUID, or we can say the booking ID. Actually, this is big integer. This is big int. So this should be ID, right? So insert payment data, and uh, we need this data also, right? So I think we need to work on this function. Okay, so let's start to work actually. Async insert, sorry, async, or we can say constant insert async, right? Then we have one function where we are saving the response. We can say this one. Here we just need payment data. We need to send the payment data. So what we have, payment, this is automatically we need to send a response data, which is our insert payment data. This is fine. Insert payment data, this is our booking ID, and this is our data. Okay, so data, and then what we need booking ID, right? So booking ID, and this is our booking ID. No need else. Okay, we also need total amount and transaction ID. So txt id, actually no need of this, but we are saving. This is duplicacy actually, no need, because we are saving all the response. Okay, so payment, what was that? Not sure. uh, what was that? Payment ID, not sure what was that. Okay, let's say 123, and for the amount, we can just fetch the amount from here. This will be booking amount, right? And then we can, this is fine. We need to console the response data so we can check. And for this API, we need to see what we have for the payment. For the payment, we don't have anything. So we need to create the view. So we'll create, sorry, so we'll say payment. So we'll say payment create view. Okay, so we need to create this, so we'll copy this payment create view. Okay, copy. I think we don't have serializer also for the payment. We need to create that. Payment create view models dot payment. We don't have serializer. No need for this for post, I think. Or we need 1 second. Booking ID confirm all the things. So is the user who okay, fine. So we don't need this. Sorry. Not no need this. So booking serializer. We'll go to booking serializer. Lot of things are here. We just need payment serializer. So payment. Okay, and booking equal to this. No need of this. Model store payment, and from that model, let's go to model. We need this is booking foreign key. This is foreign key actually. Uh, big int. So it means when we are doing this, when we are sending it, then we just need to send booking ID. Yeah, this is fine. Text transactional ID. This is okay. So from the model, it will be booking transaction ID, right? And the total amount, sorry, and response data. Okay, so now we need to fetch here payment serializer. Payment create view is already here, or payment create view. Okay, so it should work now. We just need to attach to the API. All right, so let's see how it is working. All right, so PayPal. Okay, so we need to add the password. Okay, so let's add the password now. Okay, so let's log in. All right, 1000, and then what we have booking. This field is required response data, not a valid string. Okay, so let's this one, and we have API payment, this thing, and the request. Sorry, API payment is this header cookies request response. What we are sending here, response data, transaction ID, booking ID. I think we just need to send booking, right? And this is not a valid string. Let's do one thing. JSON dot stringify. Now it will be a valid string. Is this a string? Oh my god. It should be the boolean sorry, JSON data. Okay, no issues. Let's do again. PayPal, pay now. Again, what we are facing, this field is request. We are sending now the correct data. I think page is not refreshed. Let's refresh this again. Let's do this again. Sorry if my voice is suddenly low, because I'm thinking, doing at the same time. Payment. Okay, payment has been done. If I go here, then we have response data, we have booking ID, correct? But it should be JSON field, right? So I think it's a time to convert it. Actually, it should be here, and this should not be exist, right? And then in the page, we no need to stringify it, right? And then in the server, uh, make migrations, migrate, run server. Okay. And now let's try to do that again. First of all, we will delete the data. I will say truncate restart identity. All right. Then we'll go here and go here. And here you can see. Now, if I go here, then we have response data in proper manner, but I think it's not refreshed so that it is saving as a string, right? So let me refresh this page again. Okay, and then try again. PayPal. Okay, pay. Let's check it now. Okay, this is fantastic. Okay, so payment ID. This should be payment ID here. Payment ID. So data dot payment ID. Correct. Okay, this is saving 1 2 3, but we don't need 1 2 3. Total amount, response data, and booking is this. Okay, so now what we need to do, whenever the data is submitted, then we will run the signal, and we will update the booking and invoice table, right? So let's do that. Okay, and the next time the transaction ID will change, okay, according to the PayPal transaction ID. We'll also do the success after this, and failure if anything happen, right? So let's do that. Okay, so let's create the signal now. I think no need this also. Okay, so we have a one signal where we are creating the invoice ID when we are doing the booking, right? One more we will create here for payment. Okay, so let's copy this one. Okay, and then paste it here, and we will say sender payment. So if created, right, then we need to get the booking ID equal to instance dot id, instance dot booking actually, right? So if I go to payment, this is booking. All right. So what we need to do, we need to update the invoice, right? So invoice dot objects dot filter filter, and we will say booking equal to instance dot booking dot update equal to payment status equal to, what should we say, paid. Okay, if I go to invoice booking, this is payment status. Okay, and then we have a booking, so this is we have the status pending. We can say booked, or what should we say? Okay, so let's say booking and id equal to, so in instance, or just we can say this one, instance dot booking dot update, what we can say, uh, status equal to book, right? And then instance dot booking dot save. So I think when we save it, okay, it will not call this because this is only on created. So this should be uh, update invoice and booking status, right? So after payment done, create it, then it will update the invoice, it will update the booking. So let's try to do that. One more thing. Okay, we'll do step by step. After booking done, then we will redirect this page. So this payment status, okay. If it's return true something, then we will redirect to payment success. Okay. So let's PayPal this one. So what it is saying, let's check it. So response booking object has no attribute update. Uh, okay, great. Sorry. So it should be status equal to booked. Sorry. Okay. So status equal to booked. So I think payment data has been inserted. No, yeah, inserted, but remove. All right. So now if I do booking again, pay. So payment done. Refresh. So this is booking ID. Let's refresh this. This is ascending. Let's make it descending. This is paid. Refresh. What it is? This is booked. All right. And I think if we are following the small letters, then we should follow the small, right? Paid, right? Now, now we can redirect to the success page, right? So let's do that now. Okay, so let's apply the failure and success page, right? So we have already created a component for success and failure. So what I have done now, I've created a state, right? And in the insert payment function, we are checking that if it is returning the booking ID, that means it's saved in the transaction table, payment table, right? So true, else false. And here we are checking that if it's empty, then we will show the checkout data. Else we will, according to the value, if it's true, then payment success. If it's not, then we will show payment failure, right? One more thing that we should do, that if this checkout ID is already paid, then we should not show this, or we can show this, this is already paid, or we can show the payment success, right? For now, let's show the payment success, right? So what we will do now, we will say pay if, let's say, or here, let's do one thing here, right? What we need to do, this is returning, let me, so this is returning the data, right? Booking ID and all. Okay. Let's do one thing. First of all, track this, that what is returning. If it's returning the, let me do one thing, response data. So if I do PayPal, right? And if I do pay now, then it will show this one, right? So this is showing us the response, transaction ID, this thing. Okay. So it is returning all the things, payment source, PayPal, booking ID, transaction ID. It is not returning the payment ID actually. Or we can just apply, just a minute. We can apply uh, payment status true, else in this. Let's do one thing. Else if, not else if, here we will apply else if response dot booking equal to invoice data dot booking dot id. Then it means booking is already exist. We can say exist, right? Else it will be false, right? And here we can show accordingly. So payment status is exist, so we can say payment exist. This is not exist actually, so we'll create that and we will say payment exist .js, right? And we will show this. So we will say thank you, but this payment is already exist. We can my dashboard, right? So dashboard link is user dashboard slash user dashboard, and this is just slash, and this should be invoice ID, right? So we can pass here invoice ID, right? This will be a parameter. So invoice ID here. We will take link from dashboard. So if I go to booking history, right, and if I, okay, it's not showing here. So this is invoice, user invoice. So it will be user invoice slash, so this one. So this is invoice ID, correct? And this look like this. Okay. What we need to say here, payment already exists. We'll say payment already exists. Okay. What we need to do, we'll just copy this one. Success. We need to paste here. Okay. For the failure, I'm not sure. For the failure, we can also do that. We can copy this error code, error description. This is invoice. We should show the error code, but we are not showing. We will just show the invoice. Okay, and here we are showing. Okay, so payment exists. We just need to pass. What we need to pass? Invoice ID. Okay, we need to pass the invoice ID. So invoice ID equal to invoice data dot invoice dot UUID, right? And we need to pass in all. Okay, so let's see now what it is saying. So if we have data exists, then we will say PayPal. Actually, uh, it should not show this PayPal. It should, one second. We should, if payment status is empty, then this. If payment status is exist, then we should show this. But, uh, uh, okay. So we are doing this. We need to fetch this, right? We need to, when we are fetching the booking data, then we also need to fetch the payment status data, right? So this will not here, correct? This will be set here. Set invoice data, set payment status exist. So we'll say if data dot payment um, payment status equal to paid, then we can say exists, right? Okay. So first of all, we need to check what it is, what exactly it's returning. Payment exists is not defined. Why? Payment exists, not defined. Okay. Payment exists. Okay. Now it's defined. So payment already exists. Network. We need to check it. Response. Oh wow. Hmm. But. Okay, so we have already have UUID. No need from here. Great, 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 great. Invoices. Actually, we don't need invoice. And actually, we need invoice number. No. Oh, wow. So we already have invoice number. Wow, 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 wow. All right. So home is connected, my dashboard is connected, invoice is connected. When we click on it, so it should go to, actually, we also need to pass the invoice ID. This is invoice ID. We also need to pass invoice number actually. UUID, payment invoice number. Invoice number equal to invoice data dot invoice number. Right. Now it should work. Okay. So this one. So payment success. So when we show, then we show invoice number. Okay. Not sure here how we are doing, but let's see. Didn't check this, but I hope this will work. All right. So can't define user, huh? Where is this? Can't define user error property. Use invoice slug. Invoice ID. Hmm. Invoice success invoice ID, invoice number. Actually, we'll say here if invoice data, no, right? And then we should do this. Okay. But why unknown component payment success invoice data UID? Oh, sorry. Uh, this is passing invoice ID. Yes. So user invoice ID, but it should show the status paid because this is already paid. Okay. So invoice user invoice. If we go to user and then we go to invoice and then page, then here it should show status. Where is the status? Oh my god. So it should be invoice detail. Sorry. So it should be invoice detail and then payment status. It is paid, huh? So it will be success. Hmm. But this is depend on what we have, right? So if this is due, then text danger, right? And if this is not due, then text success. Okay. Not sure. Yeah, this is fine. So 101 price, not your text. This is simple note, total amount. I think we should not show this total here. Uh, no meaning. I think. Okay. So we are done with the checkout. Yeah, I think we are done. And for the listing also, booking history. Where is the booking history? For the booking history, we are not showing here. This should show invoice payment status, right? And we are saying if it's due, but we should say if it's pending. What we are saying in the invoice, pending, correct. All right, so we need to do the same thing here. Okay, text danger, no. So it will be dollar this, fine. So we need to do this one. So payment status equal to pending. Okay. So let's check it. So paid. Okay. All right. So I think we have done with the booking. All right. So now we will focus on other things. I will see that uh, if we decided that we need to apply the payment system with the Indian payment gateway also. So I will check that. If I applied, if I described, then we will definitely add that, right? So dashboard, user can see his booking history, right? Booking number, total guest, booking status. Booking status should be booked, no? So if I go to booking history, booking status, it should show as booked. Why this is showing booking? Status. Okay, signal. Okay, booked. Right, this is fine. Okay, so this is done. We are done with the booking system. We'll see what we can do now, what we can do next, right? Okay, so we implemented the invoice payment system, actually booking payment system. If I go to GitHub, right, github.com, I'm not logged in, but I already updated all the things. Mm, github.com/code artisan lab. So I already uploaded this project on GitHub, but in the private repo. If you need this project, then you can just uh this is total uploaded videos. I will update today now. Approx 50 videos will upload. I already explained these things, right? But actually, I'm revise this because after few months I have started this, so I hope you will enjoy this series again, right? And also comment, like, share, subscribe this channel, this video, right? And thank you so much for watching this. And if you need the source code, then please ping me, and I will provide you the source code, but with the little amount, right? But if you want to learn, then here is a free videos, you can learn it from here. But if you need the source code, then you can just pay few, just little amount, and I will provide the project, right? So this is the current amount of this project, right? This will increase, I think, today or maybe tomorrow. At the end of the project, this will increase at some amount, but if you purchase this, then I will add you as a collaborator, and you will uh, it will not increase for you if you are already purchased or collaborated on this project, right? Thank you so much again for watching the project, and I will request you to please subscribe this channel and stay tuned with this. I will try to upload daily videos, and we are also working on the backend system of the multi-vendor e-commerce, right? It will be created, I think, 5 to 6 days after I will upload the backend system of the e-commerce which we created with the Laravel, right? uh, Comment your ideas about the project, right? And thank you so much, and bye bye.